Hey guys, how is everybody doing, y'all? I feel so energized. I'm back at home. My internet is working, but y'all, we got to jump into this video because what's going on over there at Love and Hip Hop? Now, did Rasheeda say Yandy ain't really married?
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Now, listen, guys. Now, for these last few, episodes of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, it seems like, Rasheeda and Yandy was having some friction. At first, I was kind of like, what's going on? But I get it. So let me kind of give y'all the rundown of what's going on. Rasheeda is angry because what Rasheeda is saying is that Yandy is not owning whatever the situation is between her and Mendeecees. Now, y'all, the streets been talking for a minute about, Mendeecees, cheating or whatever it is that is going on between him and whoever these other women is. Now, that is just what the streets been saying. So what Rasheeda is simply saying is that Yandy is trying to make it seem as if that they were looking for her, but apparently what the girls were looking for, the girls was actually looking for Mendeecees. So that is the issue. The issue is simply Rasheeda is saying that Yandy is being fake, and pretty much she's saying that Yandy is a liar because Yandy is trying to make it seem like the girls were looking for Kurt when they were looking for Mendeecees. Now, if you guys remember this particular episode.
She grabbed me. She was like, "Yo, you still married? You still married? She still."
You told him that it was complicated. Never say it ain't complicated, because it ain't complicated. It's perfect.
Okay, so guys, if you remember that particular episode, and that was when Jessica was telling Mendeecees about her niece. But prior to, it was a situation in which Mendeecees was allegedly messing around with other women, and the girls had come up on set. Obviously, they were arranged and all of that. They just didn't show up on set. But Rasheeda was mad because Rasheeda is saying that Yandy is pretty much lying and trying to make it seem like, that they were looking for Kurt instead of just owning it. Now, what Rasheeda is saying is that the streets been talking about Mendeecees and that Yandy needs to own it and keep them out of it.
Hey you guys, so I want to start this video off by saying I want to issue an apology to Yandy and Mendeecees about spilling this alleged tea that came my way. I got it from 6 sources, you guys, and it just turned into wildfire. I also want to issue a public apology to my sister, to my friends, to my client, 𝐿KS&x, you guys. Alexis has nothing to do with this alleged tea that was spilled. She didn't know nothing about it. I'm the one who spilled the tea because I'm the one who got the information. Alexis has worked really, really hard on rebranding herself and re-emerging in the entertainment industry. And I don't want any of the tea and the shade that I'm spilling to affect her, you guys. So I'm putting this out there and I'm saying this loud and clear. She had nothing to do with the tea that was spilled. Keep Alexis' name out of it, you guys. She just rebranded herself. So stop associating her with the comments.
Okay, so I just want to kind of jump in there. I don't know if you guys remember, he was one of the people that went on social media and said Mendeecees is definitely cheating on Yandy. And he said he knew because he knew of some people that knew some people. So he said he in fact knew. But what ended up happening is he did it when him and Alexis Sky was together, and it kind of made it look like maybe she knew about it too. So he's just pretty much trying to clean the air and say, hey, Alexis didn't know about it, but I most definitely did know about it. So that is pretty much it. But here is the tea of all of this. Now, we know that, Rasheeda and Yandy is kind of going back and forth. And, I kind of agree with Rasheeda because what Rasheeda is saying is don't try to put it off on my husband just because, we all know that, Kurt had cheated, right? So Rasheeda is saying, own your man stuff. Like, y'all keep y'all stuff over there and stop trying to bring it over here as if they were coming looking for Kurt when they were looking for your man. And Rasheeda even went as so far as to say her man, because what is that, like her boyfriend? Now, if you guys remember, or maybe you don't remember, but if you don't, what I want to do is refresh your memory, because at once upon a time, Yandy made it seem like, her and Mendeecees wasn't actually married. Now, I don't know if they went back since then and maybe finished up the paperwork. But if you guys recall, when Mendeecees had went to prison, Yandy said that she didn't do what to the paperwork?
Wedding. May 24th, 2015. I was advised, if you sign off on this marriage registration, since it's please not signed, and you might have to pay restitution, you could be responsible as well.
So pretty much, guys, let me kind of take you into what she said. Now, if the volume has went down, you're going to have to adjust it. Whenever we share screens, it does reduce. So if you guys remember, when Yandy and 𝐾𝐿 was friends, she revealed to 𝐾𝐿 and her other friend that she actually did not sign off on the marriage certificate, which would mean that they are not married for real. Now, maybe since then she's went on and signed off on that, but Rasheeda is simply saying, is this really her husband?
As well. This man not only tried to marry me once, and I said, this is not right, but twice. And now I'm telling him another reason as to why this won't play out the way we dreamt it to.
So yeah, what you trying to say? Like, you guys are not married?
What I'm saying, Kim, is I have a union with Mendeecees.
So pretty much, she did not sign this, the certificate. She didn't file the certificate. She didn't sign it. So therefore, they did the ceremony, but they were not married. So people have been saying this for a minute, like, are they really married for real? Are they really married? Because this is when Yandy said, hey, we ain't really married. Because what Yandy was saying is, she felt like Mendeecees' trouble that he was in, if she had married him, she felt like the government could come after whatever assets that she had. So although they had the ceremony and it looked like they were married, she said, I by no means did not sign or register that paperwork. So essentially, they are not married. Now, again, I don't know if they went back and actually finished everything and made it official, but according to Rasheeda, the streets is still saying the same thing, because in this episode, Yandy says she didn't do it because she entered into an agreement with him, somebody she was going to marry, and not the government.
But I did not go into a partnership with Mendeecees and the government. The night before my...
So, y'all got to let me know what y'all think, because are they married? I mean, inquiring minds want to know. I want to know, because I've heard this, and essentially, we only heard it because this is what Yandy said. Now, I mean, y'all, that was a long time ago. She could have went and filed the paperwork and made it official, but people want to know, are these people really married? And I mean, Yandy never came out and said, hey, we are officially married. So I don't know, but Rasheeda is shading the hell out of her, because she's saying, is that her boyfriend, her husband? Because are they really married for